Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Kisha. This here is AJ and this is our kitchen. And if you're new to our channel, take a second, use the links below and get to know us. So we are back today, as I said, in our kitchen, and we really needed to organize it. So I'm gonna let AJ go play for a few minutes and I'm going to talk more about what we did. So he really needed to like lay down for a little while, his afternoon nap, and I went ahead and laid him down. But I wanted to show him in the beginning of this video simply because this really is his kitchen and my kitchen. Of course the teenagers are here, and you know, Brittany and Jackson really don't care about the organization. They want to know what snacks we have, what drinks we have, and that's about it. That's to the extent. But AJ and I are in this kitchen every single day, and it had been so long since I actually cared about organizing any kitchen. Once, you know, I had moved on out of my marriage, I just really didn't care. I didn't enjoy cooking. Even when I moved into the apartment and the house, I was just not that motivated in organizing my kitchen. I just had so much stuff, it was overwhelming. And then here we are, we're in the apartment that we've lived in for almost a year, and you'll see in a minute how bad my cabinets really were. So I thought it was time to clean up our act, to make this apartment feel more like a home, to make the kitchen more efficient, more clean, decluttered, and organized. So that's what we focused on. It took me a few days, actually 2, to get this kitchen the way I wanted, but I'm so much happier now. I've used this organization method for probably almost 2 weeks now, and I really like it. It's been easy to keep up, and I'm excited to share it with you. So first, let's get into what the kitchen looked like before I got busy. So one of the first things that I had to do was declutter, figure out what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to throw away, and what I wanted to give away. That was a big job. It took almost an entire day, and it was amazing how much clutter and crap that was in the cabinets that didn't even belong there. It's just been insane. So I'm very excited to be sharing this with you today. I did share, I think it was like a week and a half ago, a daily organizational task. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Hopefully it will give you some motivation to at least tackle one trouble area at a time. So like I said, I decluttered and I got busy. A lot of the things that you're going to see that I used to organize in this video, I got from Amazon, and those will be linked in my Amazon shop under kitchen organization. So if you're looking for any of those projects, that link to Amazon will be below. A couple items also came from Dollar Tree. I did a big kitchen organization a long time ago that I will also link below, from products that I got from the Dollar Tree. And yes, that worked. They did great, but I found some other stuff and some uses for stuff I already had that I didn't really buy a whole lot from the Dollar Tree. I repurposed a couple things, but that's about it. So let me show you what we... So here is how my kitchen looks right now. Very minimal with stuff I have on the cabinets, and storage up above. I'm going to start over here. First off, these cabinets, they have my cookbooks in them, and I just let that be. It's not a cabinet that I get into often, but sometimes when I want inspiration for dinner, I will definitely you know, open that up. Now, when you saw this the last time, it was a complete disaster, but look at it now. So what I did was sort through all the glassware, got rid of most of it. I just got a set of 6 of these. I got 3 of the Jack Daniel glasses back there, and then I got 6 of these like whiskey glasses almost, but I use them for juice and stuff. Coffee cups are up on the next shelf, and these basically are cups I use all the time, and this is AJ's little area with numerous cups up here for him. And then up top I have mostly travel mugs, a few plastic cups that I wanted, you know, to keep, and it's stuff we can get to really easy. I have other travel mugs and tumblers stored up above on the other side, but these are the ones that we use the most often and that we can get to easily. Moving on down from the tea drawer, we have this cabinet. Now, oh, I love this cabinet so much now. It used to hold all kinds of random junk, and now this rack for canned goods lives here. It couldn't live anywhere else. It's super heavy with the cans on it, of course, and it's kind of deep, so it fit here perfectly. And then on the back shelf, I just have some extra drinks and a couple, you know, cans. But this is such a wonderful rack. They have them in different sizes, but I love it, and it's just so nice to have everything organized and neat with the cans. So I've shown this little plant stand I have above the window. I absolutely love it. I didn't do anything to that, of course. I just left it where it's at. But moving on down here to these cabinets below the sink, it's pretty organized. It's good enough. So this little basket that I got on Amazon is perfect. Now, I didn't screw it in because I am in an apartment, but it hangs on there perfectly. It holds all of the like aluminum foil, parchment paper, wrap, lunch bags, baggies, and it's deep, so it holds everything perfect, and I love that little basket so much. Then I just have a clear tub with cleaning supplies and such like that, and then more cleaning supplies, and then a basket with towels and rags that I use here in the kitchen. But this little area is perfect. The basket used to be on this side, but I had to switch it because this basket, you know, went in too full. So now from under the sink, let's go up here and kind of show you what this cabinet looks like now. Now, I know you saw it when it was a complete mess, and it's not near as perfect as I would like it to be now, but it's so much better than what it was. So we tend to have at least 4 different cereals, and you know, AJ loves cereal in the morning, at night, to snack on during the day. So we have, right now, 5 different kinds, including the Cheerios right now. I bought these 4-liter cereal containers, which work great. You see how much you got. And it's easy for him to pick, and almost every time he'll pick the chocolate. I also have more breakfast stuff over here, applesauces and such in this bin. No pouches, they're just applesauces. We have our oatmeal and cream of wheat, and then crackers and peanut butter back on that side. So, you know, really easy and not too much clutter. Up on the middle shelf is the snack shelf. So there's some cookies and such up there, but not that much. The top is more pasta items, and I'd like to get some containers for those, but I just haven't yet. But still, this is light years better than what it was. We used to have the canned goods up top. They were making the shelf bow so bad that that rack that I just shared with you changed everything. It's so amazing. Okay, so now we can move over to this cabinet. This cabinet had the plates and dinnerware in it, and it's really took a dramatic change. So I have two of these plate dividers. These are so nice. They are the corner ones. So I have one set of plates right here, AJ's little plates, and paper plates. So that's on the right hand side. I have bowls in the middle and some little, sauce bowls and such on right there. On this side, I have my other plate set, and it's just so neat and organized. Then on the middle shelf, we have more of AJ's stuff. So we have more plates, different plates in the middle, bowls, travel stuff, and this is super convenient. It's easier to put stuff up. These are larger plates, so that's why they fit up there. They can't fit down here. But AJ has a lot of stuff. On the top shelf up here, I have wooden bowls, some additional glassware, a serving platter, but it's stuff that I don't use every single day, but still easy enough to get to when I need it. So up above the stove, there's not a whole lot. There is coffee and tea items over to the right, and chips and a few larger items over to the left. And it works out fine. It's not a cabinet I'm in a lot. Again, I'm short. I'm not in this cabinet very much. So it makes sense to store stuff that we don't use every day up there that is the same, which is coffee, tea, Kool-Aid. We've even got some cupcake vodka up there. And I used to keep it in the freezer, but the freezer just got so full. It lives there and it's fine. And then over here is where the spices are. So this cabinet was quite a mess. And I ended up using an extra silverware container that I just repurposed. It held my spices really nicely, larger stuff in the back. And then this shelf is mainly where I keep my measuring cups and some additional cooking items like breadcrumbs, such. And then the top shelf is more baking. And I have some chocolate chips right there in some mason jars. I have just some random baking stuff, flour, that all lives on that top shelf. So it turned out really nice compared to the way it was. Those are a couple Dollar Tree products at the top, and then I just repurposed that utensil holder. So in this bottom cabinet, I used to have my pots and pans. But I have so much glassware that I decided not only to sort it, but to find a way to organize it. And this little rack organizes it perfectly. So I have cake pans in the front, I have different casseroles in the back, a larger one in the back, and more glassware over here to the left. Up top of here, I have some large storage pots, and I actually have one Pyrex bowl inside that big pot right there. But I know where it's at. This made my life so much easier. And I moved all of my pots and pans to underneath the stove. So this little area underneath the stove is ideal to stash away pots and pans. Definitely if you need more room. And every single pot and pan I have fit in here. I downsized. I got rid of a lot of stuff I didn't want anymore. I even fit the lids in here, and it closes and is out of my way and not, something that I worry about anymore. It's actually so much easier to put dishes away now. And again, this just closes right up, and I don't worry about it whatsoever. So in the cabinet next to the stove, it was a complete mess. It's still a hodgepodge of different things. So I have some of my most used stuff up front. I also have some of my camping stuff in here. A lot of plasticware, as you can see. This is where I store my glass jugs for, food storage. I have lots of different things in here, and while it might not look that organized, it's definitely so much better than what it was, and I will maybe work on that more in the future, but for right now I'm very happy with how that is compared to what it used to be. In this final cabinet, I have my crock pot, my Ninja, and my hand mixer. So this stuff was just like randomly thrown around, and this is the most common use stuff that I access in my kitchen. So I wanted to make sure it was down on a level that I could get to easily. and this just worked out. So moving on down, I didn't do anything with this drawer. I left it the same. It is my coffee and tea drawer. Yes, it could be more organized, but it's completely fine. It works. I wouldn't use this drawer over here for anything else really, so it's fine, and I didn't put any time into this whatsoever. So this is the drawer where all of the silverware stays, and it used to be so bad. It's still pretty bad on the knives. I definitely didn't declutter them. I have lots of knives, lots of forks, and sooner or later I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, but I didn't purge these because there's times when we have a lot of people over and some of those knives and such are handy. But I have AJ's items back here, and then I have forks, spoons, knives, and some additional stuff over here. But this is exactly the same rack, just turned a different way that I'm using in my spices. In this drawer beside the stove, I have some Dollar Tree bins that are pretty flexible, that I separated stuff into stuff that I use a lot, to my measuring items, and to stuff I don't use a lot. These little bins are so like flexible that you can basically manipulate them into any drawer that you want. And the same over here for this. I have so many different kitchen gadgets and items that I just have to kind of be picky about really what I want. So I kept this grater, I kept my apple core biscuit cutters, juicer, random items back there, some small little whisk and such. My straws are up here. And then I have more in this container. I am looking for like a big pretty picture or something to put those items in. But these are items that I use every single day, so I keep them there beside the stove. And they don't take up near as much room in the drawers. It goes for my wooden spoons over here on this side. So up top, I keep my waffle maker and my Instapot. You move right on over across. I use this area for storage for some really nice teapots and teacups. Then I still have my big platters in the corner because I use those during the holidays. I will always keep my electric kettle because I love it so much. My bread maker, and then I have some camping items. My tumblers, and then I have like my big plastic to-go like cake carrier. So those items live right up top, and it's not exactly where I want to store items. I would much rather have a bunch of ivy and plants up here, but I really need to utilize this space, and it works out well. So I hope you enjoyed having a look around, seeing what I'm doing to organize this kitchen and make it easier to be in and easier to work in. You know, I hated cooking for so long, even though I went to school for it. I just, a lot of times, would come in after work exhausted and just didn't want to put any effort into it. And I think that part of the issue is not enjoying that space. So for me, I really needed to take the time to declutter and get rid of so much garbage that we didn't need. Everything I got, I am so happy with. That can organizer, I love it. That basket that keeps all of the, you know, saran wrap and Reynolds wrap and parchment paper and wax paper, that is so nice. I had no organization for that before. The cereal containers are definitely keeping the cereal fresher longer. AJ can see them to pick out which one he wants. I definitely want to do some more organization in that particular cabinet, but that will come in time. I'm really happy with the way it is, but I can always find ways to improve it. The plate dividers, so brilliant. Cleaned up my cabinets. It's so much nicer now. And then that divider for my glassware, it's genius. I love that too. And just in case you were wondering, I put my cookie tray in the oven, or my one sheet pan I just keep in the oven at all times. And again, my cookware being at the bottom, in the bottom of the stove, it takes up less valuable cabinet space, and everything is condensed and put down there really nice and easy. And then that cabinet where It's basically a hodgepodge of different items. That cabinet definitely could use more organization, but it is so much neater now than what it was, and we're just moving on. And there are just so many different things. By the way, in case you saw my table, I did buy this Lazy Susan that right now I just put a plant on, and it's on my kitchen table. But it was too big for my cabinet, so I thought I'd just repurpose it somewhere, and I haven't figured out where. It's living on the kitchen table, but that's another item from Amazon that I will also link in the kitchen organization video. The silverware holders that I got, I think I got them at Walmart many years ago. They're super nice. They're metal. They've held up so good. So I don't know if I can find those, but if I can, I'll link them either in that Amazon shoppable page, or I'll link them below. But we're gonna do the refrigerator and freezer a different day. So I read the other day that the 12 inches from your ceiling down is like the most valuable and underused area for storage in small homes, because you can put a shelf up right in that area and you can stack up books and all kinds of stuff. Baskets with different products maybe in your bathroom. But that's really where the top of the cabinets come in for me. It's not near as pretty as a bunch of ivy and stuff, but I have so much stuff. I really needed to take advantage of that space no matter how it looked. It needed to be efficient. So that's why we're still using that area up top. I wish there was some better storage for the stuff I have, but for now that really does work well. And it's not stuff that I get every day down, so I don't really worry about it that much. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to get subscribed if you're new here. Hit the notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. I was supposed to have this video up a little while ago, but I did this microdermabrasion thing to my face. I needed a few days to heal up, but in the meantime, it just gave me more time to clean up, get it organized, and hopefully give you guys some inspiration to get busy in your kitchens and show you what real life can look like with messy ass cabinets when you take no time or effort. And again, it did take me about 2 days to get this done and get it cleaned up. It was so worth it. So take the time if you have it, make the time if you don't, and get your life organized. I can't wait to come back and share the refrigerator and freezer with you guys. I'll do that sometime in the next couple of weeks. And until then, definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.